Hello everyone. Today in this lecture we will see another example how to calculate the capacitance of a cable. In the theory we have seen the procedure to calculate the capacitance of the transmission lines. Now let us take an example for the cable part. Here in this example we are given a single core cable, that is with conductor having radius of 3.28 millimeter. This is the insulation. It can be either paper, XLPE or anything else which can act as an insulation. Its thickness is given as 2.5 millimeter and the outer part is the outer covering or external sheath, over sheath, which can be made of lead, HDPE or something else for protection. So its thickness is given as 2 millimeter. Now we are required to find the capacitance of this cable, and we are also given that the relative permittivity of the insulating medium is 3.8. Answer for verification is given as 373 into 10 to the power minus 12 farad per meter. Now let's see how to calculate. There are various methods to calculate. First, we can start from the very basic. Like, if we start from the very basic, electric field can be written as Q upon 2 pi epsilon x. Okay, with its appropriate unit. Now you see, it can be force per unit charge, that is Newton per coulomb per meter. If the charge is in coulomb per meter, that is Newton per coulomb per meter. Okay. Now potential difference is given as its integration from point 1 to point 2. This thing we have covered already in the theoretical part. From this we got an expression that potential difference between, let us say, point 1 and 2 is given by Q upon 2 pi epsilon natural log d2 by d1 volt. Now for this question, what is D2? We need to find the capacitance between the conductor and the outer sheath. This is the outer sheath. So what is D2 here? This distance. This distance is D2. So D2 can be written as 2.5 plus 3.28 millimeter, that is 5.78 millimeter. Okay, and what is D1? D1 is nothing but the radius of this conductor, this part, and D1 is equal to the radius, which is given as 3.28 millimeter. Now putting this in the formula or writing the formula for capacitance directly, that is capacitance between conductor A and the outer sheath is given by 2 pi epsilon natural log d2 by d1. Putting all these values, we get 2 into 3.14 into epsilon can be written as epsilon r into epsilon naught, that is 3.8. and what is the value of epsilon naught? It is 8.85 into 10 raised to power minus 12. So putting this value, and epsilon is equal to epsilon naught into epsilon r. So putting this in the formula, you see we do not need to convert these into meter. Why? Because this is the ratio and the common parameter of conversion from millimeter to meter will get cancelled out. So there is no need to convert these into meter. So what is the value? D2 is 5.78 divided by D1 is 3.28 farad per meter. Since the answer is given in this form, let us take this 10 to the power minus 12 outside. Now we need to solve this only. 2 into 3.14 into 3.8 into 8.85 divided by natural log 5.78 divided by 3.8 into 10 to the power minus 12 farad per meter. Now using the calculator we can find out. Let me take the calculator first. Now I will put these values in the calculator, then I will get 2 into 3.14 into 3.8 into 8.85 divided by natural log 5.78 divided by 3.28. It comes out to be 372.77. That is 372.77 into 10 to the power minus 12 farad per meter, which is as good as 373 into 10 to the power minus 12 farad per meter. Now you see that the formula for capacitance for the cable is similar to that of transmission line, but here we can see that the capacitance will be higher for cable. Why? Because of this parameter. Here the permittivity will be higher as compared to transmission line, since we have already seen that permittivity is 4 times, approximately 4 times for this question. So in this way I can see clearly that because of this parameter alone the capacitance will increase by 4 times, or according to the relative permittivity. Similarly we will see that this parameter is also lower for cables. Because of these two additive effects, the capacitance of cable will be found higher than the transmission lines for the similar voltage levels. In this way we can find the capacitance of the cable also. Even if we were given some other configuration, let us say 3 cores put in a trefoil formation, we could have used similar formula to find the capacitance and the potential difference between the various cores, and in that way we could have easily determined the capacitance of the cable also from the very basic formula of electric field. From this very basic formula of electric field and the relation between electric field and the potential difference, we could easily calculate the capacitance between any 2 points. And in this way it is very easy if we start from the basics in every question, and in this way we could easily learn the formula also. Now from the next video we will start a new chapter which will be very important for understanding also, which will cover the basics of electric machine like transformers, synchronous machine also, and the name of that chapter will be system modeling. We will try to find out simple models of various network elements like transformers and synchronous machines, covering both synchronous generator as well as synchronous motor. We will touch upon the basics only. The detailed part of those network elements will be taken up when we will study the subject of electrical machines. Now that next chapter will be very important for our future study of the power system subject. Now if you find that the lectures are helpful to you, then it is requested that you please share and subscribe my YouTube channel, and also press the bell icon so that you can get the notification of new videos as and when they are uploaded to the channel. We have also made a Telegram group which is open to all for doubt discussion of the topics which are covered in the video lectures. The link of that channel is given in the description of this video. Thank you.